We started the week off heading out of Big Bend. A quick drive-through of a ghost town on our way to Big Bend Ranch State Park. They have a great little interpretive center inside their visitor center. We stopped and looked in there, and then we were just driving through to get to Presidio on the other side. And what a beautiful drive. We headed north out of Presidio and headed to Fort Davis, and then up through the hills to McDonald Observatory. On the same road the observatory is, about 8 miles down the road, there is an old rest area that you can stay at for free overnight. It has 4 actual campsites that you can stay in. Very nice and quiet. This highway 118 connects with 166, and it ends up being a wildlife loop that you can take. So we took that until we could cut off to head over to Valentine, Texas, and it was just a beautiful morning drive. We found this little shop on our way to Van Horn. I'm not quite sure how we missed it on the way down, but we did catch it on the way back up. We headed back up the way that we had come down from Carlsbad, but instead of turning right to go to Carlsbad, we turned left and ended up at some salt flats in Texas. Just east of El Paso, maybe 10 miles, is this state park that we stayed at for one night. Camping in Texas state parks is a little pricey because you pay the entrance fee each night you stay, plus a camping fee. But we enjoyed our one night, which was plenty, here at the state park. The state park is full of artifacts and pictographs that's kind of had a bit of a rough past, and they're trying to refurbish everything. And so they're quite strict on where you can go and what you can do. There are a couple of places that you can go self-guided, but most of the chunk of the state park is a guided tour, which I hear is wonderful. I just wasn't feeling well enough to be able to do that. The next morning, we headed through El Paso and back to Columbus, New Mexico, to stay another night at the Pancho Villa State Park. This time we went through the little museum that's at the old train station in town, and it was a cute little museum with a lot of artifacts. We headed west out of Columbus, New Mexico on Highway 9 to Arizona. Highway 80, right on the border of New Mexico and Arizona, just north of Rodeo, New Mexico, is this museum we stopped at. I've seen it a couple times driving by, and it was time to stop. It's full of, it has some reptiles, and it has some Apache artifacts and Geronimo artifacts. A little further south on Highway 80 is a little rest stop and a plaque about where Geronimo surrendered, which was near this area. We arrived where we will be house sitting and pet sitting for the next week. So I headed into Tucson to do some Postmates or DoorDash for some work. And poor Liesel Diesel's clutch went out. Should get her back in a couple days and all will be well. But YoYo and I, we were stuck there for quite a few hours. But, we entertain ourselves quite well. If you like our video series, please support us on patreon.com/blueroad. And don't forget to subscribe.